नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। नमोऽस्त्वनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षिशिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे शिष्यसंसारहारिणे भक्तकार्ये गदेहाय नमस्ते चित्सदात्मने। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ नमो गुरुभ्यो गुरुपादुकाभ्यो नमः परेभ्यः परपादुकाभ्यः आचार्यसिद्धे स्वरपादुकाभ्यो नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यः। ऐङ्काररहस्ययुक्ता श्रीङ्कारगुणा समः विभूत्या ओङ्कारमर्म प्रतिपादिनीभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। होत्राग्निहोत्राग्निहवेशहोत्रे होमादिसर्वा कृतिभासमानं यद्ब्रह्म तद्बोधवितारिणीभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। कामादिसर्पा व्रजगारुणाभ्यां विवेकवैराग्यनिधिप्रदाभ्यां बोधाप्रदाभ्यां धृतमोक्षदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। अनन्तसंसारसमुद्रतर नौकायिताभ्यां स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यां जाढ्याब्धिशंशोषणवाडवाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ अस्य श्री गुरुगीतास्तोत्रमन्त्रस्य भगवान् सदाशिवर्षि नानाविधानि छन्दांसि श्री गुरु परमात्मा देवता हम बीजं सहशक्ति क्रों कीलकं श्री गुरु प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः अथ ध्यानम्। हंसाभ्यां परिवृत्तपत्रकमलैर्दिव्ये जगत्कारिणे विश्वकीर्णमने देहनिलये स्वच्छन्दमात्मे च तद्योतं वद शाम्भवं तु चरणं दीपाङ्कुरग्राहिणं प्रत्यक्षाक्षरविग्रहं गुरुपदं ध्यायेद्विभुं शाश्वतम्। सूत उवाच कैलासशिखरे रम्ये भक्तिसन्धाननायकं प्रणम्य पार्वती भक्त्या शङ्करं परिपृच्छति। श्रीदेव्योवाच ॐ नमो देवदेवेश परात्पर जगद्गुरो सदाशिव महादेव गुरुदीक्षां प्रदेहि मे। केन मार्गेण भो स्वामिन् देहि ब्रह्ममयो भवेत् त्वं कृपां गुरु मे स्वामिन् नमामि चरणौ तव। ईश्वर उवाच मम रूपासि देवी त्वं त्वत्प्रीत्यर्थं वदाम्यहं लोकोपकारकप्रश्नो न केनापि कृतः पुरा। दुर्लभं त्रिषु लोकेषु तच्छृणुष्व वदाम्यहं गुरुं विना ब्रह्म नान्यत् सत्यं सत्यं वरानने। वेदशास्त्रपुराणानि इतिहासादिकानि च मन्त्रयन्त्रादिविद्याश्च स्मृतिरोच्चाटनादिकं शैवशाक्तागमादीनि अन्यानि विविधानि च अपभ्रंशकराणिह जीवानां भ्रान्तचेतसां। यज्ञं व्रतं तपोदानं जपं तीर्थं तथैव च गुरुतत्त्वमविज्ञाय मूढस्तु चरति जनः। गुरुर्बुद्ध्यात्मनो नान्यत् सत्यं सत्यं न संशयः तल्लाभार्थं प्रयत्नस्तु कर्तव्यो हि मनीषिभिः। गूढविद्या जगन्माया देहे च ज्ञानसम्भवा मुनयो यत्प्रकाशेन गुरुशब्देन कथ्यते। सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा श्रीगुरोपादसेवनात् देहि ब्रह्म भवेद्यस्मात् त्वत्कृपार्थं वदामि ते। गुरुपादाम्बुजं स्मृत्वा जलं शिरसि धारयेत् सर्वतीर्थावगाहस्य सम्प्राप्नोति फलं नरः। शोषणं पापपङ्कस्य नीपनं ज्ञानतेजसां गुरुपादोदकं सम्यक् संसारार्णवतारकम्। अज्ञानमूलहरणं जन्मकर्मनिवारणं ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुपादोदकं पिबेत्। गुरुपादोदकं पीत्वा गुरुरुच्छिष्टभोजनं गुरुमूर्ते सदा ध्यानं गुरुमन्त्रं सदा जपेत्। काशीक्षेत्रं तन्निवासो जाह्नवीचरणोदकं गुरुर्विश्वेश्वर साक्षात् तारकं ब्रह्म निश्चितम्। गुरुपादोदकं यत्तु गयासौ सोक्षयो वटः तीर्थराजा प्रयागस्य गुरुमूर्ते नमो नमः। गुरुमूर्तिं स्मरे नित्यं गुरुनाम सदा जपेत्। गुरोराज्ञां प्रकुर्वीत गुरोरन्यन्यभावयेत्। गुरुवक्त्र स्थितं ब्रह्म प्राप्यते तत्प्रसादतः। गुरुर्ध्यानं सदा कुर्यात् कुलस्त्रीस्वपतिर्यथा स्वाश्रमं च स्वजातिं च स्वकीर्तिपुष्टिवर्धनम् एतत् सर्वं परित्यज्य गुरोरन्यन्यभावये अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां सुलभं परमं पदं तस्मात् सर्वप्रयत्नेन गुरोराराधनं कुरु त्रैलोक्ये स्फुटवक्तारो देवाद्यासुरपन्नगा गुरोभक्त्रस्थिता विद्या गुरोभक्त्या लभ्यते गुकारस्त्वन्धकारश्च ऋकारस्तेज उच्यते अज्ञानग्रासकं ब्रह्म गुरोरेव न संशयः गुकारः प्रथमो वर्णो मायादिगुणभासकः ऋकारो द्वितीयो ब्रह्म मायाभ्रान्तिविनाशनम् एवं गुरोपदं श्रेष्ठं देवानामपि दुर्लभम् हा हा हूः गणश्चैव गन्धर्वैश्च प्रपूज्यते ध्रुवं देशां च सर्वेषां नास्ति तत्त्वं गुरोः परम् आसनं शयनं वस्त्रं भूषणं वाहनादिकम् साधकेन प्रदातव्यं गुरुसन्तोषकारकं गुरोराराधनं कार्यं स्वजीवित्वं निवेदयेत् कर्मणा मनसा वाचा नित्यमाराधयेत् गुरुं दीर्घदण्डं नमस्कृत्य निर्लज्जो गुरुसन्निधौ शरीरम् इन्द्रियं प्राण सद्गुरुभ्यो निवेदयेत् आत्मदारादिकं सर्वं सद्गुरुभ्यो निवेदयेत् कृमिकीटभस्मविष्टा दुर्गन्धिमलमूत्रकं श्लेष्मरक्तं त्वचं मांसं वञ्चयन्नावरानने कंसारवृक्षमारूढा पतन्तो नरकार्णवे येन चैवोद्धृता सर्वे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः हेतवे जगतामेव संसारार्णवसेतवे प्रभवे सर्वविद्यानां सम्भवे गुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः त्वं पिता त्वं च मे माता त्वं बन्धुस्त्वं च देवता संसारप्रतिबोधार्थं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः यत्सत्ये च यदानन्देन नन्दन्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः यस्य स्थित्या सत्यमिदं यद्भाति भानुरूपतः प्रियं पुत्रादि यत्प्रीत्य तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः येन चेतायते हीदं चित्तं चेतायते नयं जाग्रत्स्वप्नसुषुप्त्यादि तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः यस्य ज्ञानादिदं विश्वं न दृश्यं भिन्नभेदतः तदेकरूपरूपाय तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्य मतं यस्या न वेदसः अनन्यभावभावाय तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। कारणरूपस्य कार्यरूपेण भाति यत् कार्यकारणरूपाय तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नानारूपमिदं सर्वं न केनाप्यस्ति भिन्नता कार्यकारणता चैव तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। यदग्निमलद्वन्द्वं द्वन्द्वतापनिवारकं तारकं सर्वदापद्भ्य श्रीगुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। शिवे क्रुद्धे गुरुस्त्राता गुरुक्रुद्धे शिवोनिः तस्मात् सर्वप्रयत्नेन वन्दे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं वाङ्मनश्चित्तगोचरं श्वेतरक्तप्रभाविन्नं शिवशक्त्यात्मकं परम्। गुकारं च गुणातीतं ऋकारं रूपवर्जितं गुणातीतस्वरूपं च यो दद्यात् स गुरुस्मृता। त्रिनेत्रः सर्वसाक्षी चतुर्बाहुरच्युता गुरो कथिता प्रिये। अयं मयाञ्जलिबद्धो दयासागरवृद्धये यदनुग्रहतो जन्तुश्चित्रसंसारमुक्तिवात्। श्रीगुरो परमं रूपं विवेकचक्षुषोमृतं मन्दभाग्यान् पश्यन्ति अन्धाः सूर्योदयं यथा। श्रीनाथचरणद्वन्द्वं यस्यां दिशि विराजते भक्त्या प्रतिदिनं प्रिये। तस्य दिशे सततमञ्जलिरे कार्ये प्रक्षेप्यते मुखरितौ मधुपैर्बुधैश्च। जागर्ति यत्र भगवान् गुरुचक्रवर्ती विश्वोदया प्रलयनायकनित्यसाक्षी। श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं दूतीक्रमं मण्डलम्। द्वष्टचतुष्टषष्टिनवकं वीरावली पञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालिनी मन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरुर्मण्डलम्। अव्यस्तैर्जगलयसुधे प्राणायामशतैरनेककरणैर्दुःखात्मकैर्दुर्जये। यस्मिन्नाम्युदिते विनश्यति बले वायु स्वयं तत्क्षणात् प्राप्तुं दशजं स्वभावमनिशम् सेवद्वमेकं गुरुम्। स्वदेशगशैव शरीरचिन्तनं भवेदनन्तस्य शिवस्य चिन्तनं। स्वदेशिकस्यैव च नामकीर्तनं भवेदनन्तस्य शिवस्य कीर्तनम्। यत्पादरेणुकणिका कापि संसारवारिधे सेतुबन्धायते नाथं देशिकं तामुपास्महे। यस्मादनुग्रहं लब्ध्वा महदज्ञानमुत्सृजेत् तस्मै श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय नमश्चाभीष्टसिद्धये पादाब्जं सर्वसंसार दावानलविनाशकं ब्रह्मरन्ध्रेषिताम्भोज मध्यस्थं चन्द्रमण्डले अकटादित्रिरेखाब्जे सहस्रदलमण्डले हंसपार्श्वत्रिकोणे च स्मरेतन्मध्यगं गुरुम् सकलभुवनसृष्टिः कल्पिताशेषपुष्टिः निखिलनिगमदृष्टिः सम्पदां व्यर्थदृष्टिः अवगुणपरिमाष्टिः तत्पदार्थैकदृष्टिः भवगुणपरमेष्टिः मोक्षमार्गैकदृष्टिः सकलभुवनरङ्गा स्थापनस्तम्भयसि सकरुणरसवृष्टिः तत्त्वमालासमष्टिः सकलसमयसृष्टिः सच्चिदानन्ददृष्टिः निवसतु मयि नित्यं श्रीगुरुदिव्यदृष्टिः अग्निशुद्धं समन्तातु ज्वालापरीचकादिया हर्निशं पातु मृत्युतः तदेदति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तत्समीपके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्य बाह्यतः अजोऽहमजरोऽहं च अनादिनिधनस्वयम् अविकारश्चिदानन्द अणीयान्मातो मनः अपूर्वाणाम्बरं नित्यं स्वयं ज्योतिर्निरामयम् विरजम्बरमाकाशं ध्रुवमानन्दमव्ययम् श्रुतिप्रत्यक्षमैतेयम् अनुमानश्चतुष्टयम् यस्य चात्मा तपो वेद मननं यद्भवं कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते साधुत्वं च मया दृष्टं त्वयि तिष्ठति साम्प्रतम् अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्ना विराजिता पदाम्बुजा वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्योय तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण ज्ञानमुत्पद्यते स्वयं य एव सर्वसम्प्राप्ते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः चैतन्यं तीतं निरञ्जनं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव तथा चैव चराचरं व्याप्तं येन जगत्सर्वं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढ तत्त्वमाला विभूषिता भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाताय तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्त सर्वकर्मविदाहिने स्वात्मज्ञानप्रभावेण तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वं ज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुभ्यश्च सद्गुरो ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुपरमदैवतं गुरुपरतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सप्तसागरपर्यन्तं तीर्थस्नानादिकं फलं गुरुरङ्घ्रिपयो बिन्दु सहस्रांशेन दुर्लभम्। हरौरुष्टे गुरुस्त्राता गुरुरुष्टे न कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वप्रयत्नेन गुरुशरणं व्रजेत्। गुरुरेव जगत्सर्वं ब्रह्म विष्णु शिवात्मकं गुरुपरतरं नास्ति तस्मात् सम्पूजयेत् गुरुम्। ज्ञानं विज्ञानरहितं लभ्यते गुरुभक्तिता गुरुपरतरं नास्ति ध्येयोऽसौ गुरुमार्गिभिः। यस्मात् परतरं नास्ति नेति नेतीति वै श्रुतिः मनसापि वाचैव नित्यमाराधयेत् गुरुम्। गुरुकृपाप्रसादेन ब्रह्म विष्णु सदाशिव समर्था प्रभवादौ च केवलं गुरुसेवया। देवकिन्नरगन्धर्व पितरो यक्षगारुण मुनयोऽपि न जानन्ति गुरुशुश्रूषणे विधिम्। माहङ्कारगर्वेण तपो विद्यावलान्विता संसारकुहरा वर्ते घटयन्त्रे यथा घटा। न मुक्ता देवगन्धर्वा पितरो यक्षकिन्नरा ऋषया सर्वसिद्धाश्च गुरुसेवा पराङ्मुखा। ध्यानं शृणु महादेवी सर्वानन्दप्रदायकं सर्वसौख्यकरं नित्यं भुक्तिमुक्तिविदायकम्। श्रीमत्परब्रह्मगुरुं स्मरामि श्रीमत्परब्रह्मगुरुं वदामि श्रीमत्परब्रह्मगुरुं भजामि। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्। एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। नित्यं शुद्धं निराभासं निराकारं निरञ्जनं नित्यबोधं चिदानन्दं गुरुं ब्रह्मा नमाम्यहम्। हृदम्बुजे गणिकमध्यशस्ते सिंहासने स्थितदेव्यमूर्तिं ध्याये गुरुं चन्द्रकलाप्रकाशं चित्पुस्तकाले शबरं ददानं। पीताम्बरं श्वेतविलेपपुष्पं मुक्ताविभूषं मुदितं द्विनेत्रं वामाङ्गपीठे स्थितदेव्यशक्तिं मन्दस्थितं सान्द्रकृपानिधानम्। आनन्दमानन्दकरं प्रसन्नं ज्ञानस्वरूपं निजबोधयुक्तं भवरोगवैद्यं श्रीमद्गुरुं नित्यमहं नमामि। यस्मिन् सृष्टिस्थितिध्वंसा निग्रहानुग्रहात्मकं कृत्यं पञ्चविधं शाश्वतं भासते तं नमाम्यहम्। प्रातः शिराशिशुक्लाब्जे द्विनेत्रं द्विभुजं गुरुं वरावयायुतं शान्तं हरितं नाम न गुरोरधिकं न गुरोरधिकं न गुरोरधिकं न गुरोरधिकं शिवशासनता 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 इदमेव शिवं त्वेदमेव शिवं त्वेदमेव शिवं त्वेदमेव मम शासनतो मम शासनतो मम शासनतो मम शासनतो। एवं विधं गुरुं ध्यात्वा ज्ञानमुत्पद्यते स्वयं तद्गुरो प्रसादेन मुक्तोऽहमेति भावये। गुरुदर्शितमार्गेण मनःशुद्धिं तु कारये न किञ्चिदात्मगोचरं ज्ञेयं सर्वस्वरूपं च ज्ञानं च मन उच्यते। ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं समं कुर्यान् नान्यपन्था विधीयते। एवं श्रुत्वा महादेवे करोति स याति नरकं घोरं यावच्चन्द्रदिवाकरं। यावत् कल्पान्तको देहः तावदेव गुरुं स्मरेत्। गुरुलोको न कर्तव्यः स्वच्छन्दो यदि वा भवेत्। अहङ्कारेण न वक्तव्यं प्राज्ञै शिष्यै कथञ्चन। गुरोरग्रे न वक्तव्यं असत्यं च तदात्मा। गुरुं त्वङ्कृत्य हुङ्कृत्य गुरुं निर्जित्य वादतः। अरण्ये निर्जले देशे स भवेत् ब्रह्मपारो। मुनिभिः पन्नगैर्वापि शूरैर्भाषापि तो यदि कालमृत्यो भयाद्वापि अशक्ता हि सुराध्यश्च अशक्ता मुनयस्तथा। गुरुशापेन ते शीघ्रं क्षयं यान्ति न संशयात्। मन्त्रराजमिदं देवी गुरुरित्यक्षरद्वयं श्रुतिवाक्येन गुरु साक्षात् परं पदम्। श्रुतिस्मृते अविज्ञाय केवलं गुरुसेवका। ते वै सन्न्यासिनः प्रोक्ता नित्यं ब्रह्मा निराकारं निर्गुणं बोधये परं। सर्वं ब्रह्मा निराभासं दीपो दीपान्तरं यथा। गुरुकृपाप्रसादेन आत्मरामं निरीक्षये। अनेन गुरुमार्गेण स्वात्मज्ञानं प्रवर्तते। ब्रह्मस्तम्भपर्यन्तं आत्मस्वरूपकं स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव प्रणमामि जगन्मयम्। नन्दे सच्चिदानन्दं वेदातीतं सदा गुरुं। नित्यं पूर्णं निराकारं निर्गुणं स्वात्मसंस्थितं। परात् परातरं ध्येयं नित्यमानन्दकारकं हृदयाकाशमध्यस्थं शुद्धस्फटिकसन्निभं स्फटिकाप्रतिमारूपं अङ्गुष्ठमात्रपुरुषं ध्यायतश्चिन्मयं हृदि तत्र स्फुरति वागोय विमुतं कथयाम्यहम् अगोचरं तदागम्यं नामरूपविवर्जितं निःशब्दं तद्विजानीयं ब्रह्म पार्वती यथा गन्धस्वभावेन कर्पूरकुसुमादिषु शीतोष्णादिस्वभावेन वयं तथा विदो भूत्वा स्थातव्यं यत्र कुत्रचित् कीटभ्रमरवत्र ज्ञानं भवति तादृशम् गुरुज्ञानं तथा कृत्वा स्वयं ब्रह्ममयो भवेत् पिण्डे पदे तथा रूपे भुक्तौ कौ नात्र संशयः श्रीपार्वती उवाच पिण्डं किं नो महादेव पदं किं समुदारितं रूपातीतं च रूपं किम् एतदाख्याहि शङ्करम् श्रीमहादेव हंसमुदारितं रूपं बिन्दुरिति ज्ञेयं रूपातीतं निरञ्जनं पिण्डे मुक्ता पदे मुक्ता उभे मुक्ता वरानने रूपातीते तु ये मुक्ता स्ते मुक्ता नात्र संशयः भूत्वा परं तत्त्वं विलोकये परात् परतरं नान्यत् सर्वमेतन्नालयम् तस्यावलोकनं प्राप्य तत्त्वभङ्गाविवर्जिता एकाकी निःस्पृहा शान्तः इष्टाचेतत्प्रसादतः आतनलब्धं वा स्वल्पं वा बहुलं तथा निष्कामेनैव भोक्तव्यम् देहि ब्रह्ममयो बुधा सदानन्दः सदा शान्तो रमते यत्र कुत्रचित् यत्रैव तिष्ठते सोऽपि तद्विषा पुण्यभाजनं मुक्तस्य लक्षणं देवि तवाग्रे कथितं मया गुरुमार्गेण मुक्तिदा गुरुभक्तिस्तथा ज्ञानं सकलं तव कीर्तितम् अनेन यद्भवेत् कार्यं तद्वदामि महामते लोकोपकारकं देवि लौकिकं तु न भावये लौकिकात् कर्मणो यान्ति ज्ञानहीनाववर्णवम् ज्ञानी तु भावयेत् सर्वं कर्मनिष्कर्म यत्कृतम् इदं तो भक्तिभावेन पठते शृणुते यदि इदं तत्सर्वं सफलं भवेत् गुरुगीतात्मकं देवी शुद्धतत्त्वं मयोदितं भवाभ्यादिविनाशार्थं स्वयमेव जपेत् सदा तु मन्त्रराजमिमं जपे अन्ये च विविधा मन्त्र कलां नारन्ति षोडशे अनन्तबलमाप्नोति शुभ्रो गीता जपेन तो सर्वपापप्रशमनं सर्वदारिद्र्यनाशनं कालमृत्युभयहरं सर्वसङ्कटनाशनं यक्षराक्षसभूतानां घोरव्याधिहरं महाव्याधिहरं सर्वं विभूतिसिद्धिदं भवेत् अथवा मोहनं वश्यं स्वयमेव सदा वस्त्रासने च दारिद्र्यं पाषाणे रोगसम्भवा दुःखमाप्नोति काष्ठे भवति कृष्णाजिने ज्ञानसिद्धि मोक्षश्रीव्याघ्रचर्मणि कुशासने ज्ञानसिद्धि सर्वसिद्धिर्वा दुर्वया देवी जपेदेकाग्रमानसा ध्येयं शुक्लं च शान्त्यर्थं वश्वे रक्तासनं प्रिये अभिचारे कृष्णवर्णं पीतवर्णं उत्तरे शान्तिकामस्तु उत्तरपूर्वामुखो वल्ते दक्षिणे मारणं प्रोक्तं पश्चिमे च मोहनं सर्वभूतानां द्वन्द्वमोक्षकरं भवेत् देवराजा प्रियकरं सर्वलोकवशं भवेत् सर्वेषां स्तम्भनगरं कार्यं नवग्रहभयापहम् दुःस्वप्ननाशनं चैव सुस्वप्नफलदायकम् सर्वशान्तिकरं नित्यं तथा वन्द्यासु पुत्रदम् अवैधव्यं करं स्त्रीणां सौभाग्यदायकं सदा आयुरारोग्यमैश्वर्यं पुत्रपौत्रप्रवर्धनम् अकामता श्रीविधवा जपान्मोक्षमवाप्नुयात् अवैधव्यं सकामतो लभते चान्यजन्मनि सर्वदुःखभयं विघ्नं नाशयेच्छापहारकम् सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षदम् यं यं चिन्तयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोति निश्चितम् गणपत्यश्च वैष्णवा इदं देवी सत्यं रानने सरितीरे हवा हरिहरालये शक्तिदेवालये गोष्ठे सर्वदेवालये शुभे वटे च धात्रिमूले वा मठे वृन्दावने तथा पवित्रे निर्मले स्थाने नित्यानुष्ठानतो विवाह निर्वेदने नमोनेन जपमेतं समाचरे दंशाने भयभूमौ तु वटमूलान्तिके तथा सिद्ध्यन्ति धौतरे मूले च्युतवृक्षस्य सन्निधौ गुरुपुत्रो वरं मूर्खस्तस्य सिद्ध्यन्ति नान्यथा शुभकर्माणि सर्वाणि दीक्षाव्रततपांसि च संसारमलनाशार्थं भवपाशनिवृत्तये गुरुगीतां वसिष्ठानं तत्त्वज्ञा कुरुते सदा स एव च गुरु साक्षात् सदा सद्ब्रह्मवित्तमा तस्य स्थानानि सर्वाणि पवित्राणि न संशय क्षेत्रे पीठे वसन्ति आसनस्था शयानो वा गच्छन् वदन्नपि अश्वारूढो गजारूढः सुप्तो जागरितोऽपि वा शुचिष्माश्च सदा ज्ञानी गुरुगीता जपेन तु तस्य दर्शनमात्रेण पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते समुद्रे च यथा तोयं क्षीरे क्षीरं घृते घृतं भिन्ने कुम्भे यथाकाशस् तथात्मा परमात्मनि तथैव ज्ञानी जीवात्मा परमात्मनि लीयते ऐक्येन रमते ज्ञानी यत्र तत्र विवानिषु इदो महामुक्ता सर्वदा वर्तते बुधा तस्य सर्वप्रयत्नेन भावभक्तिं करोति यः सर्वसन्देहरहितो मुक्तो भवति पार्वती भोक्ति द्वयं तस्य जीवाग्रे च सरस्वती अनेन प्राणिना सर्वे गुरुगीता जपेन तु सर्वसिद्धिं प्राप्नुवन्ति मुक्तिं न संशय सत्यं सत्यं पुनः सत्यं धर्म्यं सांख्यं अयोदितं गुरुगीता समं नास्ति सत्यं सत्यं वरानने एको देव एकधर्म एकनिष्ठा परं तपः माता धन्या पिता धन्यो धन्यो वंशाकुलं तथा धन्या च वसुधा देवी सुदुर्लभा शरीरम् इन्द्रियं प्राणा सार्धस्वजन बान्धवा माता पिता कुलं देवी गुरुरेव न संशयः आकल्पजन्मनां कोट्या जपव्रततपक्रिया तत्सर्वं सफलं देवी सन्तोषमात्रतः विद्या तपोबलेनैव मन्दभाग्याशये नरा गुरुसेवां न कुर्वन्ति सत्यं सत्यं न शृण्वन्ति ब्रह्म विष्णु महेशाश्च देवर्षि पितृकिन्नरा सिद्धचारण यक्षाश्च अन्येऽपि मुनयो जनाः अन्यतीर्थं निरर्थकं सर्वतीर्थाश्रयो देवी पादाङ्गुष्ठं सुवर्धते फलप्रदं गुरुगीता संग्रामे रिपुसङ्कटे जपञ्जयमवाप्नोति मरणे मुक्तिदायकं सर्वकर्म च सर्वत्र गुरुपुत्रस्य सिद्ध्यति इदं रहस्यं नो वाच्यं तव कथितं मया सुगोप्यं च प्रयत्नेन मम त्वं च प्रियाद्विते स्वामी मुख्य गणेशादि विष्णुवादिनां च पार्वती मनसापि न वक्तव्यम् क्वचित्ताय श्रद्धाभक्तियुताय च प्रवक्तव्यमिदं देवी ममात्मासि सदा प्रिये अभक्त्येवं च ते दूते पाखण्डे नास्ति तेन मे मनसापि न वक्तव्यं गीता कदाचन संसारसागरसमुद्धरणे मन्त्रं ब्रह्मादिदेवमुनिपूजितसिद्धमन्त्रं दारिद्र्यदुःखभवरोगविनाशमन्त्रं वन्दे महाभयहरं गुरुराजमन्त्रम् स्कन्दपुराणे उत्तरखण्डे ईश्वर पार्वती संवादे गुरुगीता श्री गुरुदेव चरणार्पणमस्तु नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे शिष्य संसारहारिणे भक्तकार्ये कदेहाय नमस्ते चित्सदात्मने निर्वासनं निराकाङ्क्षं सर्वदोषविवर्जितं निरालम्बं निरातङ्कं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् निरहङ्कारं समलोष्टात्मकं समदुःखसुखं धीरम् अवधूतं नमाम्यहम् अविनाशिनमात्मानम् एकं विज्ञाय तत्त्वतः वीतराजभयक्रोधं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् नाहं देहो न मे देहो जीवो नाहं एवं विज्ञाय सन्तुष्टं नमाम्यहम् समस्तं कल्पनामात्रम् आत्मा मुक्ता सनातना इति विज्ञाय सन्तुष्टं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् दग्धकर्माणं कामसङ्कल्पवर्जितं हेयोपादेयहीनं तम् अवधूतं नमाम्यहम् स्वभावेनैव यो योगी सुखं भोगं न वाञ्छति यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् नैव निन्दा प्रशंसाभ्यां यस्य विक्रियते मनः आत्मक्रीडं महात्मानं निवाधूतं नमाम्यहम् जाग्रदवस्थायां स्वप्नवद्योपतिष्ठते निश्चिन्तं चिन्मयात्मानं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् नैव नास्ति प्रियं नास्ति नास्ति यस्य शुभाशुभं वेदज्ञानविहीनं तम् अवधूतं नमाम्यहम् पश्यति नो यस्तु जगत्पश्यति चिन्मयम् नित्ययुक्तं गुणातीतं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् यो हि दर्शनमात्रेण पवते भुवनत्रयम् पावनं जङ्गमं तीर्थम् अवधूतं नमाम्यहम् सर्वपूज्यं सदा पूर्णम् अखण्डानन्दविग्रहम् स्वप्रकाशं चिदानन्दं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् नित्यं निष्क्रियं शान्तं निर्मलं परमामृतं गणेशपुरीवासिनम् अवधूतं नमाम्यहम् योगपूर्णं तपोमूर्तिं प्रेमपूर्णं सुदर्शनं ज्ञानपूर्णं कृपामूर्तिं नित्यानन्दं नमाम्यहम् गुरुजनाः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनाः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्देभ्यो मुक्तशान्यान् विमोचयेत् स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी शस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गाणि सर्वो भद्राणि पश्यतु सर्वः कामान् वाप्नोतु सर्वत्र नन्दतु स्वस्ति मातृता पितॄन्नो अस्तु स्वस्ति गोभ्यो जगते पुरुषेभ्यः विश्वं सुभूतं सुविधात्रं नो अस्तु योगे वदृशेमसु ॐ शान्ति 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 आरती करूं सद्गुरु की करूं सद्गुरु प्यारे गुरु हर के आरती करूं गुरु हर के आरती करूं सद्गुरु के करूं सद्गुरु के प्यारे गुरु पर के आरती करूं गुरु पर जय गुरुदेव अमल अविनाशी ज्ञान रूप अंतर के वासी जय गुरुदेव पग पग पर दे प्रकाश जैसे किरण दिन कर के आरती गुरु आरती प्यारे गुरु पर के आरती जब से शरण तुम्हारे आए अमृत से मीठे पलवा जब से शरण तुम्हारे ज्ञान के पूर्ण प्रकाशक योग ज्ञान के अटल प्रवर्तक ब्रह्म ज्ञान के पूर्ण प्रकाश जय गुरु चरण सरोज मिटा दे व्यथा हमारे पुर की आरती करूं गुरुवर की आरती करूं आरती करूं गुरुवर अंधकार से हमें निकाला निगलाया है हमारा उजाला अंधकार से हमें निकाला से जाने जान रहे थे काक सुनो दर दर के आरती करूं गुरुवर के आरती करूं गुरु के करूं सब गुरु के प्यारे गुरुवर के आरती करूं गुरुवर के संशय मिटा विवेक कराया भवसागर से पार लंघाया संशय मिटा अमर प्रदीप जलाकर कर दे निषादूर एक तन की आरती आरती सदगुरु की करूं सदगुरु के प्यारे गुरुवर के आरती करूं गुरुवर के वेदों बीच वेद बताया गमन विमुक्त कराया वेदों बीच वेद बताया आवा गमन विमुक्त कराया धन्य हुए हम पाकर धारा ब्रह्म ज्ञान निरंजन के आरती करूं गुरुवर के आरती करूं सद्गुरु की करूं सद्गुरु आरती करूं गुरुवर करो कृपा सद्गुरु जगतारण सतपथ दर्शक भ्रांति निवारण करो कृपा सद गणेश पुरे बाबा हरले जन के आरती करूं गुरुवर के आरती करूं सद्गुरु के करूं सद्गुरु के प्यारे गुरुवर के आरती करूं चैतन्यं शाश्वतं शान्तं व्योमातीतं निरञ्जनं नादबिन्दु कलातीतं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Muktanandaya Gurave Shisha Samsara Harine Bhaktakaye Kadehaya Namaste Chitsadatmane Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishpapanchaya Shantaya Nidalambaya Tejase Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti 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 Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Satsang here in Walden, Shanti Mandir, on this Sunday, and welcome all of you who are listening remotely, watching remotely. So we are plowing our way through the Lalita Sahasranam and having a delightful time doing so. And Niteshwari gave a very nice talk last week, emphasizing the fact that the Lalita Sahasranam includes everything. All the philosophies are in this text. And it's quite extraordinary, really, as you go through. You see, it does include everything. It's like you're going through and you're riding a wave. And you come upon one name that just is very, very fascinating, very interesting. And you go to another and it's referring to a tantric element. And then it's referring to the essence of Vedanta, the essence of mantra, the way that certain psychological techniques that are mentioned in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali can help one to overcome negativity in the mind. Because the whole purpose of Lalita Sahasranam, in a sense, is to overcome Bandhasura, who is the ego, negativity, desire, that which keeps us from knowing the essence of everything, from knowing the truth. So this sense of limitation is what we're attempting to eliminate by reading Lalita Sahasranam or any text, repeating any mantra, following the Guru's teachings, becoming silent, becoming still. So what we just did by chanting the Guru Gita, and then by meditating, and now by having discourse, satsang, contemplation of these spiritual principles, it makes the mind more sattvic, more subtle. And we need that. We need insight, because this principle is so subtle, but it's ever present. It's in everything. It is us. It is us. And yet we keep losing it, and we keep falling into the clutches of Bandhasura. So it's this drama of the Devi and all of her forces, which are the forces in our body. It's all internal. Everything that we're talking about here is here now. It's really about what's happening in our minds at any given time. And today's tidbits or teachings that I've really been contemplating, I love this particular teaching about the swan-like movement of the Devi is what we'll be talking about today. She moves like a swan. So we'll be thinking about contemplating a swan. How does the swan move? And the swan is the Devi, the Lalita, or the Shakti, which is awakened in the devotee as she swims in the mind of the Bhakta. Bhakta Manasa Hamsikaye Namaha. We bow to that Shakti who has a swan-like movement in the mind of the devotee. And we can feel that. as we meditate, as we meditated just now, as we repeat the mantra is the swan. Hamsa mantra is the swan. So we touch upon that real essence of the whole teaching. It all goes back to the breath and the mantra and presence, being. We'll start by doing this very nice introduction, a very lovely way of beginning the recitation of Lalita Sahasranam. It's recommended by everyone that's tasted Lalita Sahasranam that it is such a wonderful text, and if we can do it once a month, once a week, every day, on a special holiday, on your birthday, it's recommended because it has this magical quality to it. And so we've been dipping into that. We do it every Friday here. Friday is a special day for the Devi. Full moon is a good time, but every day is good. Any day. Anytime you're having trouble, anytime you want to help somebody, you can recite it. And it's not like you have to recite it for a particular purpose or person, but just by reciting it, we move into that space in which Hamsa, the swan of the Shakti, is swimming in our minds. So the devotee is one that is establishing a relationship with this Hamsa mantra and with the Devi herself, which is really our own Shakti. These are bija mantras: Om, Aim, Hrim, Shrim, Shri Matre Namaha. Om, Aim, Hrim, Shrim, Shri Matre Namaha. So Om, we know, the universal consciousness, Om sound. Aim is a bija. There's no specific meaning for these bija mantras, but they're sound vibrations that change the mind, that make the mind full of power, make the mind full of what these bijas represent. So Aim is creative, the creative power of consciousness of the Devi. Hrim is dissolution, and it brings everything to us. A very, very powerful bija mantra in Sri Vidya tradition. And then Shrim is auspiciousness itself. It's meant to be one of the most essential mantras for Lalita Ambika. So Shrim is auspiciousness, and it is the essence of Lalita. And then Shri, we see Shri, Shrim, and then we connect these two words, Shri Matre Namaha. We see we've said Shrim twice, and then Namaha. Om, Aim, Rim, Shrim, Shri Matre Namaha. So we'll do that 12 times together, and then we'll start. Om, Aim, Hrim, Shrim, Shri Matre Namaha. 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 Om, Aim, Hrim, Shrim, Shri Matre Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shrimati Namaha. 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 So we can become aware of this one in the mind. And the mind is meant to have two locations. One, Sahasrara, Ajna Chakra, the head, let's say, and then also in the heart. So as we listen to those birds, you become aware of our own being, and the sound, the magical sound, the natural sound of nature, of the birds. And the space, the connection. So last week we talked about a triangle. And the triangle is upside down. And this philosophy is called Trika. So this is just a little review from what we spoke about last time, 3 weeks ago. Remember the triangle? So the triangle is a good visualization to the triangle of Trika, Shiva, Shakti, and Nara. In Kashmir Shaivism, it's a Trika philosophy, a philosophy of threes. So Shiva is our being. We can become aware of being, as we did. And when we do that, it kind of stops the mind, stops the breath even. And then we become aware of Shakti, which is all the movement, all the sounds, all the activity, the senses, the reaction to the sounds, everything that happens is all being created, sustained, and dissolved in the mind. And that creation creates a limited individuality itself. So we have Shiva, Shakti, Nara. Nara is an individual. So we're in that state of individuality, or we can expand through Shakti and become aware of our being, of our Shiva Shakti nature. So this image, this mantra, number 47, says Murali Manda Gamana. Murali Manda Gamana. So it's number 47, meaning I bow to she who has the slow, graceful gait like a swan. It highlights her divine and incomparable beauty when moving. So when the swan is moving, then there's activity, right? So this activity of the birds, the baby talking, the mind moving, something very positive, something very beautiful, or something very negative. No matter what it is, it's moving. The mind is active, our system is alert and aware. But there's awareness itself, and that's Shiva. And in this triangle, Shiva relates to Shakti. Shakti relates to Shiva, and that's the dance of Shiva Shakti. So even though this Sri Vidya tradition focuses on Shakti, it is a relationship of Shiva, Shakti, and Nara, the triangle. Waking, dream, deep sleep, all the threes are triple. Everything is three in life. The three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Present, future, past, etc. All the threes. So this relationship is the crux of life, really. Shiva, Shakti, and me. And I'm a combination of Shiva, Shakti. They say, Ardhanareshwara. Half Shiva, half Shakti. Life is Shiva, Shakti. It's the dance of Shiva and Shakti. Of being and awareness. Being is Shiva, awareness is Shakti. Being and becoming. And in that becoming, they say Shakti contracts herself and becomes, then Shiva becomes an individual. So when the Hamsa swan begins to dance in the mind, we're becoming aware of this true nature in the form of mantra. It's saying, Hamsa, I am that. I am that. So the swan is a very important symbol in the Vedic tradition, and particularly in Sri Vidya. Let's think about a minute. Let's think about a swan. We used to have two swans on the lake. When the lake was not so shallow, because the EC made us like they made. Many farms have dams that they say become weak, so then you drain the dam, and there's not such a lake. But the swans are there, and we used to watch the swans. We've seen swans, right? So how do they move? They're kind of graceful. They're swaying, they're moving in a sort of circular motion, almost like Kundalini, right? So it's a reference to Kundalini. They're white, there's a sense of purity, of sattvic, essential purity of the Shakti, of the Devi, Lalita, the one who plays. So it's moving, and there's two swans on the lake, Shiva, Shakti. So this idea of the swans is just a movement itself. So one of the ideas that was being presented here in this part of the text, as you delve into a section or a group of names, in this particular name, Murali, Manda, Gamana. Murali is the swan. Manda means slow and graceful. So we have the swan. She moves slowly and gracefully. Her Gamana is the way she moves. So how does a Shakti move? How does life move? How does the mind move? We'd like our minds, the idea is our minds should be slowed down. We should slow our minds down. We should make space in the mind. So when we meditate, maybe when, like I noticed sitting, getting ready to give the talk, my heart was beating a little faster than usual. So I said, okay, let's slow this down. It's a natural thing. Everybody knows the natural thing that happens when you get a little nervous, which is almost like really the Shakti is saying, you prepare yourself. You're going to do something. It's important. You prepared something. And so the heart beats a little bit faster, and then you do the mantra, go into meditation, and it's pretty soon you notice it's all slowed down. It's all become quiet again. So it's like Shakti has calmed that Nara, that mind, and you become closer to Shiva, closer to your Shiva nature. So then we can rest in that. So the idea is we can move like the swan. We may have different ways of moving, like even just physically moving. Gurudev recently mentioned that when we walk, we should walk with rhythm, because life has rhythm. Life has a particular gait. You have a particular gait or meter at which you walk, and maybe you could say you lumber along, or you lope. Many different words for how you walk, how you move. And so the idea here is, even as we're singing this idea of the swan, the feeling of the swan, we're chanting, and our bodies begin to move in this kind of a gentle, swaying motion. And so yeah, we can think of a swan, think of that swan in the lake. It's a let that be the swan of the Shakti in our minds, dancing in our minds. What else about a swan is important? The swan has a particular okay, right, okay, that's good. So that it has a beak, has a long neck, very elegant in a way. So we can make ourselves elegant like the Shakti in this, like the Murali Mandagamana. She is graceful like the swan. And she has a particular capacity to separate a solution of milk from water. And that's the symbol for viveka. Like the mind, we should be able to separate milk from water. Can we do that? That sounds hard. But what can we separate? We can separate truth from falsehood. We can separate bandhasura from in our own minds. We can become calm enough to discriminate and see one of the 6 enemies and not be caught in them, not be overcome by the negativity that arises in the mind, not react. So when we slow the mind down, it's so simple, right? Slow the mind down, and it's really a matter of awareness, right? Because we're not going to sleep, not becoming sleepwalking. So the whole idea of every spiritual practice is that alertness, awareness, being present, and when we're present, we're aware, and we're more swan-like, more graceful, and we're able to discriminate. Nitya, anitya, vastu, viveka. Viveka is to be able to discriminate between the truth and falsehood, between that is which is eternal from that which is temporary. So when we're in a situation where maybe just be quite calm, quite peaceful, and someone may say something, and that the mind is edgy or easily agitated, not calm, not swan-like, then we'll react. Instead of responding, we'll react. So then there's a sense of we let the mind become swan-like this, peaceful. So then we are in the center, not reacting, not creating more karma, not getting involved in something negative, but the idea is to stay in that space. Stay in that space of awareness. Stay in the space in which we're aware of Bhakta Manasa Hamsikaye. I bow to she who is the Hamsa, the swan, swimming in the lake of the mind of the Bhakta. So let's stay with that idea that our mind is like a lake, and this is a common theme, a common image in Vedic tradition, that we can close our eyes for a moment and see the mind wherever you see the mind. The mind is the lake. And in the lake of my mind, there is this Hamsa swan, and Hamsa means I am that. I am that. And we become aware of the contents of the mind, the color of the mind. Maybe it has waves because it's windy. And then maybe it's very, very still. And we are the swan, the Hamsa swan. I am that. I am that. Soham, Hamsa. The breath comes in, hum. And there's a space. And then there's an exhalation, sa. I am that. And in that space, we know there is the awareness or the discrimination that I am that. This is the viveka. This is separating milk from water. The special capacity of the paramahansa, of the yogi, of the siddhas. It's a special gift of the divine, realizing I am that, not this body, not this mind, I am that, which swims in the mind of the devotee. So what we have here is a gift from Lalita, in that as we do sadhana, so it's in the mind of the bhaktas, this Hamsa swan is swimming. She's swimming in our mind, in our heart, and this swan also represents Kundalini Shakti. She sways, she moves in sort of circular motion as she goes through the body in the Sushumna, where she resides, in the heart, in Sahasrara, in the Muladhara. She resides there and continually tells us, Hamsa, I am that, you are that. This capacity to stay in that space requires awareness, requires practice. So we have the opportunity every day, every moment really, and especially in our own spiritual practice, time in the morning to meditate and to do japa, to cultivate awareness of the contents of the mind, become aware of Shakti, using the mantra to quiet the mind, to still the mind, to come to this space, the awareness of I am that. Become aware of the Shakti, which is communicating between Nara and Shiva. In the center of that triangle we mentioned is the Bindu. The Bindu is the self, the witness. So we become aware of that. So as we cultivate this closeness through our meditation, then the idea is we take that awareness through the day and we try to stay aware try to stay aware of this Hamsa swan swimming in the mind of the devotees. We don't have to become unconscious or unaware. We don't have to be serious or anything. It's just awareness, coming back to awareness. And with the help of mantra, we can see how we do. So as we go through this coming few days or weeks, Lalita Sahasranam is giving us a wonderful image here. Murali Manda Gamana. We bow to her who has a swan-like manda, slow, rhythmic motion as nature does. And she's swimming in the minds of the bhaktas as this beautiful swan. And the trail that the swan leaves as it's swimming through the water is another idea. Like you see, the swan is moving, and she leaves a very gentle trail. So the idea would be whatever we leave behind, what trail we leave, we have this nice motion as we move through life, not disturbing, not agitating, not becoming agitated, and we leave this effect, this after effect. Namely, this is karma, right? So we're dissolving karma by not reacting to situations that ordinarily would trigger us. So when we're staying in the awareness of the Shakti, which is the whole subject of Lalita Sahasranam, in all these different forms, through all the different names, then we're making ourselves peaceful so that we can withstand the tests of our lives, of our days, of our moments. And so we can become steady there in that beautiful space of this Hamsa swan. And as we do that, it's kind of a tapasya, right? Just to stay there, to be aware, not become artificial or spiritual, but just aware. And then love will arise. It's love itself is a Shakti. So it's being in this peaceful space and enjoying everything. So when we're in that space of awareness, when we experience something, we're really going to experience it, right? Not with our conditioning, not through our mind, but as it is, whether it's negative or positive. But there are moments when we can just relish something so much, just savor it, enjoy it. Because one of the things that this demon Banda Asura, the Asura of bondage, in a sense, what that is it sucks the life out of us, contracts the mind, so we're so agitated and busy and with all kinds of thoughts and doubts and fears and grief and anxiety and all that stuff, that we're not able to be present. And this is telling us, just slow down. Become slow like the swan, and just move gently and with this awareness. And life will become lighter. So I think with the study of the Lalita Sahasranam, life we can see how effective it is in helping us to be in that space, not just in meditation, but in our life. Baba used to tell us many stories about saints, and also Gurudev, of course. The lives of yogis that are able to do this particular practice of separating milk from water, separating the essential reality which pervades everything from that which clouds it, is quite an accomplishment. But it's saying we can become like that swan and separate milk from water. So he would give examples of great beings that appeared as if, because of their writings and the stories about them, that they were eulogized and honored because of the way they could do this. One of the people I remember Baba telling stories about was Rabia of Basra. Now, she is one of the principal, most famous of the saints, the Sufi saints. She lived between 714 and 801 BC. Rabia is the fourth. She was the fourth child in a very, very poor family, considered to be the first female Sufi saint of Islam. Basra is in Iraq now. The first in a long line of female Sufi saints. Born into a very poor family, I'll give you a little biography here, but there wasn't even a piece of cloth available to swaddle her with, no lamp, not even a drop of oil to anoint her navel. She was the fourth daughter, thus she was named Rabia, which means the fourth. While her father slept, he dreamt that the Prophet Muhammad came to him and said, because he was so poor, things were so bad, but the Prophet Muhammad came to him and said in a dream, "Do not be grieved. You have been blessed with a daughter who will be a great saint. Her intercession will be wished for by 70,000 of my community." So, an exponent of divine love, spirituality is marked by an intimate, loving, and trusting relationship with divinity, which overrules all other concerns. So, let's listen to that again. Her spirituality is marked by an intimate, loving, trusting relationship. So these are the qualities of the Bhakta, Manasa Hamsikaye. Trusting, loving, intimate. So we're talking about a relationship here, right? So remember, the Lalita Sahasranam sort of creates an image of Lalita. But this is a non-dual philosophy. So even Rabia would know, and you will listen to one of her poems, that there is no duality. And yet there is a beloved and there's a lover. So this sense of duality, I am that, I am that, I am that, is dissolved through this practice of devotion to the beloved. A trusting relationship with divinity which overrules all other concerns. So that's the key, right? Overrules all other concerns. Is at the basis of all other concerns. It's there even in agitation and all concerns. And we can always access that. That's the idea. She is the devotee utterly consumed by divine love and contemplation. It's said that her only possessions were a broken jug, a grass mat, and a brick which she used as a pillow. She spent all night in prayer and contemplation, reciting the Quran, and chided herself if she fell asleep because it took her away from her active love of God. This is a Sufi tradition, quite austere. Through her deeds and actions, Rabia did not fit into the traditional role for women in society of the time. No kidding. Rather, she lived an independent life and became influential amongst a circle of theologians and scholars. Throughout her time, she was a woman who set an example for others to follow. So Rabia's story was that there's some kind of famine or something. She was lost from her family and she was sold into slavery. And a slave owner bought her. And one night he went by her hut and he looked in the window and there was a light on. She was praying, but there was no source of the light. There's just luminosity as she was praying. And this was late at night. She prayed every night, all night. And he was so frightened and worried that he gave her freedom, that he was keeping captive this saint. Rabia's had a companion named Hassan. Rabia and Hassan, they're two characters in the stories of Rabia, and he was always a little behind, although he was also became considered a Sufi saint, and he asked kind of silly questions like he said, "Do you desire for us to be married?" Hassan asked Rabia, She said the tie of marriage applies to those who have being. Here being has disappeared, for I have become knotted to self and exist only through him. I belong wholly to him. I live in the shadow of his control. You must ask my hand of him, not me. And Rabia said, how did you find this secret, Rabia? Hassan said, I lost all found things in him. So this is the priority of the divine over everything else. I lost all found things in him, she said. How do you know him? Hassan inquired. How to know him? You know the how. She said, I know the howless. So it goes on like that. So here's a poem from Rabia. We'll finish with this and then have some chanting. My God and my Lord, a poem by Rabia. Eyes are at rest. The stars are setting. Hushed are the stirring of birds in their nest, of monsters in the ocean. You are the just, who knows no change, the balance that can never swerve, the eternal which never passes away. The doors of kings are bolted now and guarded by soldiers. Your door is open to all who call upon you. My Lord, each love is now alone with his beloved. I am alone with you. Bhakta Manasaham Sikaye. I bow to that Hamsa Swan, that Soham mantra that swims in the mind of the devotee. Sadgurnath Maharaj Ki Jai.
32. 32. Chant number 32. धार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वधार नमस्कार तेरे नित्यानंद दार बार बार नमस्कार तेरे नित्यानंद धार बार बार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वधार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वधार नमस्कार तेरे नित्यानंद धार बार बार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद धार बार बार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वधार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वधार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद धार बार बार नमस्कार Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Mere Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. Mere Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Mere Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. Mere Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Vara Vara Namaskar Sarva Dhara Namaskar. Mere Nityananda Dhara Vara Vara Namaskar. बार बार नमस्कार सर्वदार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वदार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद दार बार बार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद दार बार बार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वदार नमस्कार बार बार नमस्कार सर्वदार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद दार बार बार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद दार बार बार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद धार बार बार नमस्कार मेरे नित्यानंद बार बार नमस्कार आरती लीजो अज विनाशी पूर्ण नित्यानंद प्रकाशे पूर्ण मुक्तानंद प्रकाशे नवरधरणे आरति थाला चंद्र सूरज दो दीप उजाला नवरधरणे आरति थाला चंद्र सूरज दो अगर चंदन सब अगर चंदन सब धूप विराजे, झूला में रोचमर तरुरा आरती ले जो, आरती ले जो। अज विनाशी पूर्ण नित्यानंद प्रकाशी, पूर्ण मोक्तानंद प्रकाश, आरती ले जो। फूल वनस्पति है ये सारे, सातों सागर जल की झारे। फूल वनस्पति सातों सागर, गगन अनाहत बाजे बाजे, गगन अनाहत बाजे बाजे, गाजे राग डरे यम पाशी, आरती ले जो, आरती ले जो। अज विनाशी पूर्ण नित्यानंद प्रकाश, पूर्ण मुक्तानंद प्रकाश, आरती ले जो। चार प्रकार के अन्न गोपाला, सोहि तेरो भोग रसाला। चार प्रकार के सोहि तेरो भोग रसाला। लोक चतुर्दिश मंदिर तेरो, लोक चतुर्दिश मंदिर तेरो। घट घट आसन स्वयं विकासे, आरती ले जो, आरती ले जो। अज विनाशी पूर्ण नित्यानंद प्रकाशी, पूर्ण मोक्तानंद। महावाक्य वेदन के जो है, सो तेरो चरणामृत सो है। महावाक्य वेदन के जो है, सो तेरो चरणामृत सो है। सद्गुरु पुजारी देव चरणामृत, सद्गुरु पुजारी। पिए नारे नर बंद बिना, आरती ले जो, आरती ले जो। अज विनाशी पूर्ण नित्यानंद प्रकाशी, पूर्ण आरती तिले जो जोत से जोत जगाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ हे योगेश्वर हे ज्ञानेश्वर हे योगेश्वर हे सर्वेश्वर हे परमेश्वर निज कृपा बरसाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मिटाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ हम बालक तेरे द्वार पे आए हम बालक तेरे मंगल दर्श दिखाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ शीश झुकाया करे तेरी आरती रे झुकाया करे तेरी आरती प्रेम सुधा बरसा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर में सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ अंतर में योग योग से सोई अंतर में योग योग से सोई चित शक्ति को जगाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ साची जोत जगे हृदय में साची जोत जगे हृदय में सोहम नाद जगा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ जीवन मुक्ता नंदा विनाशी जीवन मुक्ता नंदा विनाशी चरण न शरण लगा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ जोत से जोत जगाओ सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ मेरा अंतर मेरा सदगुरु जोत से जोत जगाओ सदगुरु जोत तसे जो तजगा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धो च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव दूर करो दुख दर्द सब दया करो भगवान मन मंदिर में उज्ज्वल हो तेरा निर्मल ज्ञान जिस घर में हो आरती चरण कमल चितल हरि वासा करे सोत्र अनंत जहाँ भक्त कीर्तन करे बहे प्रेम दरिया तहाँ हरि श्रवण करे सत्यलोक सेवा सब कुछ दिया आपने भेंट करूं क्या नमस्कार भेंट जोड़ में दोनों हाथ नमस्कार भेंट जोड़ में दोनों हाथ ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् संसमिद्युवसे वृषन्नग्ने विश्वा निर्या एडस्पदे समिध्यते सनु वसुन्यावर संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं शम्भो मनांसि जानतं देवा भागं यथा पूर्वे संजानना उपासते समानो मन्त्रसमिति समानि समानं मन सह चित्तमेषां समानं मन्त्रमविमन्त्रयेव समानेन वो हविषा जुहोमि समाने वागोति समाना हृदयानि वा समानमस्तु वो मनो यथा वासु सहसते Hare Om Yo Shantir Tarik Chagwa Shanti Pridevi Shantirabha Shantirokadaya Shanti Manadapadaya Shanti Vishwedev Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvaguna Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi Jato Yataha Sameha Setato No Abhayam Guru Shannaha Guru Brajabhyo Mayana Vajubhyaha Om Shanti 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 Shushandra Bhavatu Sarvarishta Sarvopatra Shantirastu Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nagalo Jalasan Atastvamaradya Harihara Virinchadirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Kathamagrida Punya Prabhavati Kavachaga Kilana Stutiram Sakala Shabdamaye Kila Etano Nigela Murte Some Bhavadanmayo Manasi Jatuvai Prasara Suja Edeve Janda Jive Samida Jive Jagati Jatamayatra Stoteja Parchana Chintana Varjita Nagaluga Chana Lakalasthime Nagaluga Chana Galagalas Nagaluga Chana Galagalas Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.
So this concludes our Sunday morning satsang. Thank you all for joining us, both in person and also remotely. This upcoming week, we have on Saturday our in-person intensive with Gurudev. In-person intensive meaning he's going to be on the screen, but our intensive in honor of Guru Purnima. So we'll begin at 10 a.m. on Saturday until 4 p.m. in the evening. And then we'll be moving into a music concert. So that evening from, let me just make sure I get the details right, it's 7 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. And we'll have Samir Chatterjee with us from Chandayan. And we'll also have his wife, and we'll also have a tabla player, and we'll also have one more, Vinay. Hansavina. So it'll be a lovely evening concert. And let me just share the details that are on the flyer, because it's specifically dedicated to the music has the power to heal, comfort, and inspire. This concert is exclusively for individuals living with such health conditions who are warmly invited to attend free of charge. So just so everybody's aware of that, they have a specific sankalp, a specific purpose for this particular concert. So it's a treat for all of us here at Shanti Mandir, and everyone is invited. You're welcome to bring your family, friends, and anyone who you think may benefit from it. Also on Saturday itself, the topic of the intensive is called Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Salutations to the Guru. So in honor of Guru Purnima, our Sunday satsang next week will also be kirtan, and it'll be a lot of our Guru kirtans that also pay homage and respect and great love and devotion to our Guru. So that'll be next Sunday, satsang, and then the following Wednesday, we also have a puja in the evening that will be done. That's the actual day of Guru Purnima, July 29th, Wednesday, the full moon, and we'll have Prabhu Mishra and Govind Babaria doing a puja here in the temple, and that'll be from 5:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m., followed by dinner prasad. So that's the rest of our festivities for the month of July. As we move into August, we're very much looking forward to Gurudev's return here at the ashram, and that will be on July 31st, August 31st. Months are getting mixed up here. June, July, August. It's all going by so quickly this year. So everybody's invited to join us for his welcome program. And on that following weekend, September 5th and 6th, just so everybody's aware of the details to follow, but you'll get it all in a flyer as well. But we will be having a weekend of kirtan and music concerts. So a lot of different performances. Our Sunday morning satsang, which will also be Gurudev's welcome program. And then on the Monday with the Labor Day, we'll be having our Labor Day picnic. So that whole weekend, you can mark it on your calendars and plan to be here and enjoy all of that here at the ashram. And with that, everybody's invited to come up for darshan, followed by lunch prasad. And for those of you who are watching the World Cup finals today, 3 p.m., enjoy. We will be too. Sadgurnad Maharaj